strong. We had seven.
Seven initially,
Yep, one of them's gone.
Yep.
He got snapped up for a very, very good price.
Yep.
Out at Ramada Resort. So we've got 6 left. The interest in them has continued to be strong every day.
Yep.
Next Saturday the 13th, 1 o'clock in our office.
Here in the office,
We're expecting a big turnout and hopefully have a 100% clearance rate.
We'll keep the fingers crossed. I mean, certainly if you've looked at one of those properties and have an interest, you need to be here on the auction day.
Exactly.
To make sure that put your best foot forward to get that property there.
Exactly.
So, all right, so property news this week.
Yeah, much the same. Interest rates are obviously.
Yep.
They
still
Reserve Bank left them on hold at record low. And the CEO of the Commonwealth Bank come out this week and said he doesn't expect interest rates to rise before 2024.
Yep.
That's great news for the property market.
That's it, yeah.
Not great news if you've got some money in the bank.
If you've got money in the bank, it's dead loss. Yeah. So pull it out, put it into an investment property.
Yeah.
If shares are your thing, go that way. But I don't know about you. I don't know too much about shares. I know about property.
Yep.
So I'd say definitely go to property. There's been great returns.
Exactly.
There's been great capital growth.
Yeah.
So it's been excellent that way.
And like we've spoken about, the rental market is very, very strong.
Fantastic, and part of what you'll talk about shortly is sort of leading to that as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So the other big news that come out, CoreLogic, I read a report from them this week of the max exodus from cities.
Yep.
So mainly Sydney.
Yep.
Their figures are, I don't know where they come up with their figures, but that's it, 8,500 families have left the city in the fourth quarter of 2020 and all relocated to regional cities.
And a lot of that has been Newcastle and the Hunter.
Exactly. Yep. And as a result of that, the other report, a lot of major companies, businesses and industries are now talking about relocating into regional centres around New South Wales. Yep. With manufacturing, a lot of things like that. So obviously that's going to create more jobs in regional areas, going to make more people want to live in regional areas.
Hopefully, yeah.
If you read between the lines there, our property market is going to be strong for quite some time.
Well, there's good signs there for it. I mean, there's the aerospace hub around Williamtown Airport.
Yep.
The council's doing a development there, or a land subdivision, if you like. But it's restricted who can buy that.
Yep.
It's only people that are involved in defence projects.
Yep.
That sort of thing. And those companies, they employ a lot of people.
That's it.
And IT, fitting, all that sort of thing.
Yep.
So certainly that'll bring more people into the area. The ability to work from home brings more people into the area here. So I think that's part of it's not all of it, but it's part of what we're seeing in prices and sales activity.
Exactly.
But the rental market's off the chart too. It's like if you've got families, coming in the door that are just like clambering over each other to try and get applications in on homes as quickly as they can because they know how hard it is. It's hard to see. You'd like to think if you've got a family and you've got a couple of kids that you can easily find somewhere to rent. Yep. It's not that way at the moment. And so if you're looking to buy and you're buying an investment property, permanent rental's a great way to go that way.
Exactly.
Holiday rental's also great. It's been fantastic figures.
Going great.
With people holidaying, at home within Australia, that sort of thing. But you're pretty well covered. If you're buying an investment property now, you've got some good return there. You've got a few different options that you can take. So,
and on that rental side of it, I've noticed a few. I've been called in to do appraisals and valuations for some people whose properties aren't with our office at the moment. And some of the rents that people are paying at the moment are way below the market. And I said to them, how come the rent's so low? And we don't know. So if your property manager isn't speaking to you about renewing leases and having rent increases, then they're giving you a disservice.
If you're tied into a long-term lease, basically we've seen the increase in demand from sort of April, May last year. So if you've been tied into a lease through all that period, you can't get the rent up. But if you've had the ability to have a rental increase through that time and you haven't, there could be something wrong there. Not saying there's definitely something wrong, but definitely there's a bit of homework done to suss it out.
Yeah.
And the same with holiday rentals. If you haven't been getting good bookings, there's something wrong.
Exactly.
It could be that you're overpriced. It could be that your property doesn't present well in the current market. I mean, it might have 15 years ago.
Yep.
Maybe not in the current market, or it could be the agent. You need to do an assessment that way and just suss it all out. So there should be good returns on for everyone at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're in the bank. And if you're in the bank, get into property at the moment. So good news all round, really. At the end of the day, which leads us to, if you are looking to sell, give the team a call. We certainly need more listings. Happy to give you an appraisal. No obligation whatsoever. We're not going to harass you about it. Give you an appraisal, so you've got the homework, the figures. You can do some homework from there. Work out what you want to do. If you're interested, if you've had a look through any of the properties that go into auction next Saturday, make sure you're here, 1 p.m, here in the office. We'll do our usual draw for a bottle of champagne, that sort of thing. But make sure you register to bid, get in, put your best foot forward. You can also register online, view the auction online, anything that way. This Saturday's the last, what I call sort of set viewing for those auctions. Other ones we may well have the opportunity through the week, but make sure you get up over the weekend, check those out. But outside of that, next Thursday we'll be back at 4 p.m. again. If you've got any property questions, ask on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you see this video at, and we'll make sure that we do cover those for you.
Looking forward to it.
Once again, Scott, thanks